have nothing to look forward to coming back to Baltimore other than seeing my kid. But like when you go on the drive down, and like I've gotten so used to it, and Humberto Garantes, I appreciate that, bro. But anyway, like, you know, going down to Jacksonville, you look forward to going to the game and, you know, seeing my chick, and then but once you leave, other than, you know, getting to see my daughter, to look forward to come home to, like, everything kind of sucks. But yeah, like, is what it is. But yeah, let's talk more about the game. The game pretty much went as I expected it to go. You know, total domination from a Colts team that really ain't shit. But God, why does my connection suck so bad? I'm on the fucking road. I mean, I'm outside. I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Beat the shit out of that. But now, one thing I want to talk about with them is, like, officiating this year really has been shit. Like, I know I've said in the past that, like, referees fuck every team basically, but man, it just really seems like now the NFL don't want us to win shit. Like, here you can call a personal foul on Yannick Ngakoue when he did his little kind of suplex sack or whatever, but Jacoby Brissett was still the play was still alive. He wasn't even touched. Like, he had gotten out of a tackle, and then Yannick came in and did that. But then you miss a blatant helmet-to-helmet call on Blake Bortles. Like, shit's fucking ridiculous. But I don't know. I guess we're just getting haters, man, because, like, it seems like the NFL don't want us to win shit. But hey, fuck them. We win it in spite of that. Our defense still legit, and, you know, Calais Campbell getting the franchise sack record. It was really cool to be a part of that, and then, you know, being a part of history, our first non-losing season since 2010. So it was good to be there live and in person for that. And went to 2 games earlier this year, and these fuckers lost. So now, glad to finally see a win. Oh, and got some new gear and 904 net shirts. Shit's pretty fucking boss. But anyway, now we gotta talk another task at hand right now, and I caught a little bit of the Seattle and Philly game on my NFL mobile app. Yo, Seattle, I don't know what it is, but, like, no matter who they lose, I'm getting into that. But Seattle, no matter who they lose, how many injuries they get, that team always seems to stay relevant. Like, it's crazy. No matter who the hell they lose, they always seem to stay, you know, one step ahead of everybody else. Like, here last night, they beat a team that for, you know, 8-9 weeks, whatever it was, looked unbeatable in Philadelphia. So now it makes it a little bit more interesting, because, like, we gotta play really good. Like, our defense is better than Philly's, but our offense has got to, you know, get clicking and play like it did today. Like, Blake's got to pass efficiently. Receivers got to be on point. It was encouraging to see, you know, no drops yesterday, and, you know, Keelan Cole catching his first career touchdown. D.D. Westbrook had a good game. Marquise Lee again had a good game. And but if we don't get a serviceable passing game going, and if we start dropping balls a lot, and if we don't get a running game going, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but we're not beating Seattle, because they're too good of a team to let you make mistakes like that and hang around. But I think we can beat Seattle. Like, I think our defense can, even though Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson, they can hold their offense in check for the most part. We just got to do enough to pull ahead and maintain a lead, because we can't count on, you know, our defense putting up, you know, 21 points or whatever on Seattle, because, you know, it's not going to happen. We might score a time or two on defense, but as far as completely them winning the game for us, I don't think that's happening, even though they are coming home. And this is a long-ass trip for Seattle, too, because they're coming from all the way up northwest, and we're down southeast. So, like, it's a long trip for them. We got to take advantage of that shit. Like, we have to really be on our shit and get after this team, because, Seattle's not a team to fuck around with. And, you know, the Titans, they got Arizona this week, which, you know, they could end up losing that game, but, you know, you can't really count on that. So, excuse me. So, we have to, at this point, we got to just handle our business. Like, we have to fucking play a near flawless game to beat Seattle. Like, I don't know, man. Like, even though the Legion of Boom has lost everybody pretty much. I think Earl Thomas is the only healthy one. And yeah, that's another thing. Injured. Like, we need to get Patrick Omameh back. We need Alan Hearns back, and we really need Telvin Smith back for this game. I'm hoping somehow we get all of those guys back, because we need them. Like, we really need them. Like, we need all hands on deck to make sure that we handle Seattle. And this is a really huge opportunity for us, and it can really be a statement game. Because then people are like, oh, well, who the hell have you guys beat? I mean, even though we beat Pittsburgh, who's got the #1 seed in the AFC right now, but, you know, I guess that ain't nobody. So, I think beating a team like Seattle is really gonna we're really gonna find out where we're at as a team going up against a squad like that. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, Trevin, I think it is a must-win game. And a lot to this game, because now we can actually get a winning. Because now, if we get a win, we can actually say we had a winning season for the first time since 2007. So it's a lot of pressure with this game, not just for that, but like just our standings. Because right now, Baltimore's had a favorable schedule. They're starting to catch up, even though they're not beating Pittsburgh next week. They're starting to catch up for that wild card spot. They're a game behind us. So right now, even though, you know, we're probably going to end up making the playoffs regardless, it's still a very small margin for error. Like, we got to be on our shit and on it right. We got to stay handling our business. Because, like I said, this division is going to come down to that New Year's Eve game in Tennessee. Like, I'll be somewhere in Jacksonville watching that game, but at the end of the day, I think this is yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Again, it's gonna tell how good our offense can be. Because I've said over and over, talent-wise, we have the ability to beat anybody in the NFL, I think. But, oh yeah, of course we're going to murder the Ravens in the playoffs, because they fucking suck. They're playing shit teams right now, and right now there's really no competition for this wild card spot, so they're probably going to end up getting it. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, we have the talent really to beat anybody, especially with how good our defense is. It's just a matter of which team shows up. Like, if our offense plays efficient and doesn't make a whole bunch of mistakes, like if Blake Bortles doesn't turn the ball over and our receivers don't drop balls, and we get a substantial running game going, we can beat Seattle. Like, it's a very winnable game. But if we start fucking up and having the only thing good with us is our defense, then, you know, we're gonna fucking lose, because Seattle doesn't make those kind of mistakes. I mean, Pete Carroll's a very underrated coach, I think. Like, that team is very disciplined, and they don't make those type of mistakes. We're built a lot like Seattle. Well, a lot of that has to do with Gus Bradley's dumbass, but even though he sucked as a coach, he came from that same type of culture, and Seattle really is that good of a Seattle really is that good of a team, and they just don't make mistakes that often. So any mistake they do end up making in this game, and we got to take advantage of it. But it's really going to say, but you know, this game is really going to say a lot about where we are as a team, because you know, it's a huge step up from the Colts. Like, if we play as efficient as we did against the Colts and don't make mistakes, like I said, we can beat Seattle. But if we play like we did in Arizona, sorry to say, we're not beating the Seahawks. Like, we are, like, with the Jaguars right now, one thing I've noticed, we are our own worst enemy right now. Like our potential is limitless. It's just a matter of how much we hold each other back. What do you think? We'll be giving a... Yeah, I think we are going to finish either 12-4 or 11-5, something along those lines. I think we're going to finish at least 10-6, at least. But we have it in us to win every game left on our schedule. Like, we have the ability to. Like I said, it's just all a matter of what team shows up. Just, it's frustrating at times because, like I said, we are our own worst enemy. Like, this team talent-wise is so good, probably one of the most talented rosters put together in the NFL right now, but we hold ourselves back sometimes by doing dumb shit, and particularly on offense. So, like I said, just good Jaguars better show up next weekend, or we're not beating Seattle. I really wish I could be at this game too, because they got the fucking teal jersey things. What do I think? Well, I don't know. Like, at the beginning of the year, Fournette was balling, but now I think ever since he got that ankle injury in against Los Angeles, then he just kind of hasn't been the same. Maybe he is still bothered by it, but also I think a little bit to do with it is that, you know, we just got Jeremy Parnell back. Brandon Leonard was out at one point in this game. Cam Robinson was injured at one point in this game. Like, we need to get our whole starting offensive line back. Like, Patrick Omameh is a big reason for that too, because he's been playing when he has been in, he's been playing very well. Like, one of our biggest concerns this offseason was left guard, and you know, since he's been healthy, I guess everybody kind of overlooked him because, you know, he was only healthy a certain amount of games this year, but even last year I thought he played the best out of anybody we had in there. So like, getting him back will really help. Like, like I said, I hope we got all hands on deck for this game, because we're gonna need it. Like, Allen Hurns, say what you want about him, he's been he is our most consistent receiver. He might not make the big plays that Marquise Lee or Keelan Cole, well, not really Keelan Cole, but yeah, he might not make the big plays that Marquise Lee makes, but he's still a very consistent receiver and doesn't drop a lot of shit. So I think having him back as an extra weapon on the field, and we haven't really had Westbrook, Cole, Lee, and Hurns all healthy at the same time. You know, Dede Westbrook just came back for the Cleveland game. Yeah, you're right, the Texans could have won, but of course, you know, Tom Savage. I wish the Texans could have had Deshaun Watson back for just that one drive, so they could have fucking took care of Tennessee for us. But like I said, you can't really count too much on Tennessee losing. we just gotta keep pace with them, and hopefully we have the same record as them when we go into this New Year's Eve game, so we can handle it ourselves. Excuse me. But yeah, like, Tennessee is just, this is why the margin for error is so smart, because these fuckers just won't lose. Like, I'm expecting the Rams are going to beat the shit out of them, but, like, that's not till the week before they play us. So, you can't really, so like I said, you can't really count on them to lose right now. So, it'd be great if somebody does upset them. Like, I'd love to see Arizona upset them after they fucking beat us. But, yeah, get revenge on Luke Joeckel. I mean, that guy's fucking awful. I'm expect, because I think he said that he's their left guard or some shit. So, yeah, you're right, Humberto. Like I said, it's going to come down to the New Year's Eve game. But anyway, Luke Joeckel, I think, is their starting left guard. I think it's going to be a big day for our interior pass rush. Like, you know how sometimes we'll put, like, an edge rusher on the inside? Like, I'd line up, you know, either Yannick Ngakoue, Dante Fowler, or, Calais Campbell up on him, because, you know, the guy's a fucking pushover. He sucks. So, with the way we get after the quarterback, that's definitely, I think, a matchup we can exploit. Like, I think it's going to be a good day for our interior pass rush, and especially with him right there, I think this might be one of our, like, against the run. This might be one of our best defensive performances. Like, I think we'll shut down Seattle's running game, and we're gonna leave it in the hands of Russell Wilson. But, you know, like I said, Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson. So that's not always a good thing. I mean, the guy's one of the best in the league for a reason. And God, will y'all motherfuckers please stop with this Eli Manning bullshit? Like I overheard somebody saying it up in on my section, like, oh, just imagine if we had Eli Manning, right? He'd be doing the same shit as Blake Bortles. Eli's done. Y'all gotta get over that shit. Like, if we're gonna fix our quarterback situation next year, if we're gonna move on from Blake Bortles, let's move on to our fucking future. Let's get Baker Mayfield or Lamar Jackson and not waste time with a fucking old ass bum who's past his prime. Exactly. He's washed up. He's done. He got benched in New York for a reason. Like, whether people feel it was right or not, or whatever, he got, like, they saw within him that he's not getting the job done, so they benched him. But yeah, Tom Savage played well, but, like, he fucked up at the end. Like, I don't think we're gonna have a problem with the Texans again when we play them, because, you know, we already beat them on the road, so we'll beat them at home, and we're gonna sweep everybody in the division except the Titans. But hopefully, where it's gonna count is if we end up splitting with them. So that's gonna be huge. So that's gonna be huge for us. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning and shit. I've been driving for a while. We don't want Eli. Only reason Chad Henne is not in, because, yeah, exactly. But, I mean, people talk. Man, talking about Eli. Like, that shit is just crazy. Like, I can't believe there's people that want. Like, I can't believe there's really people that want this to happen. Like, y'all focus on the fucking past too much. Yes, we do face the 49ers. We face them week 16, actually. So we're going to get them right before we play the Titans. And of course, but you can't pencil that in as a win either, because for some reason we suck against West Coast teams. Like, we can't, like, when we go out west, it usually doesn't end well, like with the Cardinals. So, and then, you know, we just barely got by the Chargers, and then, even though that was at home, and then, you know, the Rams came into Everbank Field and kicked our ass. Well, not really kicked our ass. They won by 10 points, but still, we're playing better. Like, we're playing better against West Coast teams than we have in the past. But just because that element, especially a game where we got to travel out there, you can't just pencil it in. So we're gonna have to see what happens. I mean, we should beat the shit out of San Francisco, even with Jimmy Garoppolo coming in and playing good, but still, you can't completely count on that. Oh man, there's so much fucking traffic. I just want to be home. I'm done. I'm ready to fucking sleep all day. I'm off work today, thank God. But yeah, I'm ready to fucking sleep now. I'm doing this shit because, you know, I guess I want to talk to people because I'm fucking bored and try to make myself stay awake. Like, where's my goddamn energy drink at? I'm about to fucking smash that shit. But I'm dreading this Seattle game, man. Like, it could either be a really good thing for us or it could be a really bad thing for us. Maybe that Arizona loss was enough of a kick in our ass to say, hey, we're not invincible yet. We gotta handle shit, any given Sunday. And last night also proved it with Seattle and Philadelphia. It's like I said, Philadelphia didn't look like anybody was going to be able to fuck with them for a while. But then, everybody who's been overlooking Seattle came in. What if they did? See, Jags trading for Jimmy Garoppolo, like, if we would have traded for him, I'd have, depending on what we gave up, because San Francisco gave up a lot for a guy who really was unproven. Like, I think Garoppolo is going to be good, but like, I don't know. It really would have depended what we gave up to get him. I don't think we're getting the number two. I don't think we're going to get the number 2 seed. I think we will finish. I think somehow we are going to win this division and we'll finish number 3. But I don't think the Patriots or the Steelers are going to lose too much more this year, if at all, till we get to the playoffs. So I wouldn't count on getting the 1 or 2 seed. I would say 3 is the most realistic thing for us. But also too, I'm all right with getting the 1. I'm all right with getting that top wild card spot because, the way the Queefs are playing right now, like, I'd be all right with going and kicking their ass, and then, then we got to worry about going to Pittsburgh or New England. Like, I think when we get to the playoffs, like, no matter what, we're gonna make it past the first round. It's just a matter of what we're gonna do with Pittsburgh or New England. Like, Pittsburgh, we know we can beat, and then people are saying that we would probably, out of everybody in the AFC, we would probably be the team that would most likely give the Patriots a hard time for them to repeat. So I'd be interested to see what we would do against a team like the Patriots. It's like I said, because Tom Brady's Tom Brady. You cry like a bitch, you cheat, but you don't get 6 Super Bowl rings just from that. So we're gonna I'm actually sitting in 95 traffic. Like, it sucks right now, dude. So many that's the one thing about coming back on a Monday, because now I'm in with everybody trying to get to work and shit. Glad my ass is off, but that's what the fuck I'm doing right now, is just sitting in traffic. I heard your QB is not playing well because his girlfriend might be pregnant. I don't know. Maybe Bortles did knock somebody up, man. Wouldn't shock me, but he got the money to pay for it. Well, then again, you know, child support fucking runs NFL players broke. I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen to Leonard Fournette, man, because I think he's got 2 kids already. But AFC Championship gun. Yeah, Bortles did play good yesterday. Oh, not Bortles. Dak knocked his girlfriend. Oh, I don't know what's going on with Dak. Like, I don't really follow the Cowboys like that. The only time I really hear about the Cowboys is when Eagle Speed or Desert Eagle talk shit about them. But that's the only time I really hear about. That's the only time I really hear about the Cowboys. Well, Dak played good in that and that Thursday went on over the Redskins. So, you know, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for them to get in the playoffs with, you know, Carolina and Seattle having the 2 top wild cards. So I don't know. What if Blake is just? What if Blake is one of those Kiwis that is just going to play? I hope he is. You know, everybody says, oh, because I hear it in Baltimore all the time. Oh, well, what Joe Flacco can do in the playoffs, even though the bitch never gets to the playoffs anymore. But yeah, I hope Blake does turn out to be one of those players that, like, you know, puts on a fucking show in the playoffs. That'd be great. I love you, man. The best Jags YouTube in the game. I appreciate that. I am the GOAT of this shit. Like, cause I love it. Like, cause here, I'll say it for everybody. I give all my viewers what they came to see. I give them what they need. I give them what they crave. I give them the gift of jagging off. Drink it in, man. And drink it in while I'm in traffic. Russell Wilson looked like Vic. I actually do. Yeah, that's actually a very good comparison. Like, I don't think he's as great of a runner as Vic is, but he also has a better arm. Joe Flacco has not thrown over 20 yards without throwing a pick. Yeah. You wish you had a QB. Believe it or not, I'm alright with the one. I'm alright with the one he got when he doesn't fucking play like shit. Like, dude, what is with all the Weapon X? What is with all the Cowboy shit? Like, Cowboys ain't got nothing to do with us. We're not gonna play them. I mean, that's cool that you like about Dak, but you'll say Chad Henne is the GOAT. But like, that's a fucking. We're not even an NFC team, dude. If Blake takes us to if Blake does take us to the Super Bowl and wins it, I think we are gonna keep him. So I don't know how big of a deal he's gonna get, but like he might get. But you know, Blake might get paid if he takes us to the Super Bowl and win. But you know what? If he pulls a Joe Flacco on us and like he does that and then doesn't do shit until, you know, his time here is over, if like we sign him to a big ass deal, it'd be worth it just to see this team get a fucking ring. Like, you know, I'll take a cut. Like, you know, I'll take if we win it this year, I'll take a few more years of being a bad team if we just get that one fucking ring. Because you know this team's been around. You know, for years, since like the early days, that ain't got a fucking Super Bowl ring. Like, hate to say it, Philadelphia, or you know, the fucking Cardinals, or fucking, I don't know, a few teams. So if we're able to get that ring, if we give Blake a fucking extension or whatever, and we end up paying him way more than we should, hey, it'd be worth it to have a Super Bowl ring, man. So can't really I wouldn't really be mad at that. I said, why do I got so many NFC East guys on here? Like, I got a fucking Giants fan and a Cowboys fan. Like, I must really be the only motherfucker going live right now. Like, I thought Desert Eagle usually goes live. Y'all not on his shit? I guess he probably hasn't gone live, but it's talking to Cruz and hey, we really need the Jags to beat the Seahawks. Well, not that I give a shit about the Cowboys, but yeah, we'll try and help you out, I guess. I mean, I'll take a win over the motherfuckers. So I want to win it. Whether it helps somebody out or not, like, I want to win every fucking game we got left, straight up. Who do you think we gonna pick in the draft? Well, I got two scenarios for the draft. Like, we're gonna end up with a later pick, so I am hoping that either Lamar Jackson or Baker Mayfield falls to us. But if they're not there, I want a big receiver. Like, I want a 6'4", 6'5" motherfucker, because that's what we're missing right now. We need a... He doesn't necessarily have to develop into a number one receiver, but we need that big body out there that we're missing. Like, I'd say like a Auden Tate from Florida State, or what the hell was his name? Simi Cobbs from Indiana. Like one of those two guys, I think would be really good. But like, we need jagging up. Man, you don't need me to be a wide receiver. I can catch the ball, but I'm fucking 5'10" and slow as shit. I mean, I'm white. So we can't. So yeah, y'all don't need me at receiver. I might be able to play fullback, but nah, I can't. I can't play running back or receiver. I'll look worse than fucking Toby Gerhart did. So yeah, but we need that big bodied motherfucker, especially around in the red zone, because I think that's really what we're missing right now. And sad to say, I don't think that's Allen Robinson. Like, I would count on, like I keep telling people, I would count on him and Marquise Lee being gone next year. Oh, here come the fucking ambulance. Maybe somebody in an accident in their shit. And I'm saying this as I'm talking live. McCaffrey is... I didn't say... There's exceptions to the rule. There is exception to the rule of, white folks not being able to play skill set positions in the NFL. There's some exceptions, like Christian McCaffrey's doing all right. And, Patriots got Rex Burkhead. He's doing decent. Danny Woodhead's been around for a long time. Who the fuck else out there that I'm not thinking of? I know there's somebody else I'm not thinking of, but yeah. Fournette's faster than Gerhart with a foot injury. Yeah, he is. Toby Gerhart was like a soggy tampon. He's just fucking useless. Like, guy is just awful. Think about if A-Rob never got hurt this year. Tough to say. Very tough to say. Because A-Rob had a down year last year, and I don't know if he would have bounced back or what, but have you been pulled over from the cops lately? Not lately. Not since that fucking I don't know how many months ago it was when I was driving to Jacksonville and I got pulled over in Georgia and they searched my car for drugs for some reason, but since then I haven't been pulled over at all. So, and obviously I'm not gonna get a speeding ticket right now because I'm in fucking standstill traffic. So, I'm good with, my run-ins and the law doing these road trips. I'll still never figure out why the fuck they searched my car for drugs that time, but is what it is. I guess they thought I looked like a shady character, but it's whatever. What if the Jags had Tom Brady? We'd be unbeatable. We had, like, much as I hate to say that because I hate the fucker, but if we had like an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady right now, like, I don't think there'd be a team that could stop us. Straight up. Alright, let me get in this energy drink because this shit right here is a lifesaver on the road. Fucking Amp. Like, that shit always keeps me awake. Like there's no substitute for sleep, but when you know you gotta be awake and be on the road, you know, shit helps. Of course, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I think it's an accident or some shit, because there's a lot of traffic even for now. Oh God. And I'm fucking tired. Can't wait to go home. Well, actually, I wish I was just back in. I just wish I was back in Jacksonville with my girl and just having that there. But let's see, trying to see what the fuck going on. Do I watch WWE? I used to a lot, but the fact that it's gotten just to be just such shit, and that my schedule at work is 5 o'clock in the afternoon to 1:30 in the morning. I haven't really been watching it for the past couple of months, and really for the first time since I was like 14, I've honestly got no desire to watch it anymore. I do really like Lucha Underground, though. Lucha Underground was really fucking cool. Oh, Nick Fargo would appreciate this. I'm behind a Cadillac that's got 2 Packers flags up. So, Nick Fargo, if you're watching this, I found your peoples out here in Virginia, bro. But come on, I mean, there's 10 of y'all motherfuckers watching. Like, entertain me with some questions, because I'm running out of shit to talk about, and I really don't want to cut this video off because I'm not doing shit. I'm sitting in fucking traffic. Gotta come up with some time. Like, what matchup are y'all thinking of with Seattle? Like, what do you think? Like, what do you guys think? Like, what more do you think we need to do besides, like, get pressure on Russell Wilson? Any good-looking ladies in traffic, or just a bunch of sled pullers? What the fuck? I haven't seen any, but you know, like I said, I have a girl that I really love a lot. I'm really not looking either, so I try to keep my head where my heart is, because, you know, I know what, well, put it this way, I know what I'm coming into Jacksonville once a month for, and I'm not trying to fuck that up. So I haven't really seen any. But oh yeah, Ramsey versus Doug Baldwin. That's a good thing about our defense, but when we go up against anybody, whether it's Ramsey or Boye, they usually shut down their primary target. Like, T.Y. Hilton had 1 catch of significance yesterday. So that's the good thing about having, you know, that cornerback tandem, because 9 times out of 10 they can cover anybody. The only receiver that really had a good game against us was Antonio Brown. Like, I think he's the only receiver that put up over 100 yards against us. So opposing offenses have got to find innovative ways to move the ball. So I don't know how effective Doug Baldwin's going to be. So Russell Wilson's going to have to find ways to move the dog. Said Ramsey's better than most cornerbacks in the NFL with 1 arm. Well, Larry Fitzgerald would agree with you. He said that. But yeah, I think we got 2 of the top 5 corners in the league on the thing. Holmes has some bad games. He can get shut down. I'm worried about Jamie Graham too, because especially if we don't get Telvin Smith back, you know, I am kind of worried about that. Jesus Christ. But sometimes we don't have good games against good tight ends. Ramsey's going to be on. Oh yeah, Paul Richardson too. He's been impressive. Like I have him on one of my fantasy rosters. Like I picked him up, but yeah, he's been very impressive. I think. Like everybody thought, what are they going to do once Jermaine Kearse left for the Jets? But hey, Paul Richardson's filled that other receiver spot nicely. You got him, and then you got that X factor in Tyler Lockett because of how fast he is. So, two guys I'm really worried about having a big game against our defense is Tyler Lockett and Jimmy Graham. Like, I think the two outside receivers are going to get shut down, but those two might cause some problems for us. Like I think Russell Wilson's going to find a way to get it involved. Who has the better game, Bortles or Wilson? Jesus Christ, bro, come on. I think whether we win or lose, Russell Wilson's going to have the better game. Unless somehow we do like we did Ben Roethlisberger and pick him off 5 times. But I don't see that happening with Russell Wilson. But hey, I didn't see it happening with Roethlisberger either. Like Ben Roethlisberger's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league for a long time. So I guess if we did it to him, I guess we could end up doing it to what you call it? No, I didn't hear what Ramsey said about moving the game to 4 and not 8. I didn't hear his comments, but we should have got a prime time game because the prime time games, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, like it's a good rivalry, but Pittsburgh's still a way better fucking team than Baltimore. So yeah, that's kind of a fucking slap in the face. Oh, we'll give you a 4 o'clock game. Yeah, fuck you, dude. But it is what it is, man. The NFL's always gonna fucking disrespect us until we really win some shit. Even then they'll probably still disrespect the fuck out of us. Like this league just loves to see certain teams win, and like even when a team comes from the bottom and now finally is enjoying success, they still just don't want it to happen. That's why I said the NFL completely shits on us, but we're used to it. We just gotta handle our business and prove them wrong. And even with the elements, even with referees trying to fuck us over, we still overcome that shit. So it's one thing I love about this team is our resiliency to all that shit. All right, come on. What else you got? Now I'm losing viewers and shit. Like I really do not want to have to cut this. Don't worry, we're gonna take it. Yeah. We're getting the playoffs, and then we'll get a prime game for sure. Then we're gonna make the fucking world watch us, see what we doing, make them see what we doing down in Duval. Hi, I love your shitfest rant. Which shitfest rant are you referring to? Are you talking about the Raiders rant, or like? I know that's the one everybody seems to love, but like there's been a couple of them. I mean, I just had one last week with the Arizona game. So, I mean, it pisses me off. Okay, there you go. The Raiders game. Yeah, it pisses me off any time this team loses. Yeah, the Doug Marrone one. That's why everybody thinks like I don't like Doug Marrone anymore. But like. I've said this before, like, I thought we could have got a better candidate for head coach, but it turns out I was wrong, and I can admit when I'm wrong. Like, even I fuck up sometimes, but like Doug Marrone ended up being just what we needed. And he's turned out to be a very good coach. And like I said, he ended up being just what we needed. And we're a better team now because of it. Like people have been saying, we've always had great players down here, but we needed the guy to keep this team disciplined and honest and put it together right. And Doug Marrone has done that. So I'm definitely very happy with the job he's done. You're right. Yeah, you're right. With Gus Bradley, we probably would win 4 or 5 games this year, if that. Because the guy is a fucking shitty head coach. And he's not too good of a defensive coordinator too. If it wasn't for the talent that the Chargers have on defense, they wouldn't be doing shit. Like, they would have to rely on Phillip Rivers to carry that team. But, you know, with Bosa and Melvin Ingram, like, that makes any defensive coordinator's job easier. If they didn't have that, they wouldn't be doing shit. And that's another thing, that AFC West, that shit's wide open. Like, see, it's tough to say. Like, I don't know if I want to play the Chargers again in the playoffs. Gus Bradley should quit the NFL and work at Burger King. Yeah, you know what? Sherman? I think Doug Marrone would be a good candidate for Coach of the Year. I mean, just what he's done with a franchise that hasn't had a 500 or above record in 7 years. I would think that would definitely have some recognition for Coach of the Year. I would think, but of course we're not going to give it because the NFL don't give any fucking awards to players or coaches from the Jaguars. So we're lucky we even send guys to the Pro Bowl. Which by the way, since we're going to get on the subject of Pro Bowls, it's really blatantly disrespectful that Yannick Ngakoue is not a front runner to go to the Pro Bowl. The guy has fucking double-digit sacks, for Christ's sakes. Like, I think he's in the top 5. Like, I think he's in the top 5 for leading the league in sacks. The guy has 5 strip sacks. He had what, 3.5 in the month of November? He had 3.5 sacks. Like, the guy is a fucking monster. I don't know why people don't see that and he's not talked about a lot more. Cause it really is fucking disrespectful that he doesn't get near the recognition he deserves. Like, I don't know what more this man has to do to fucking for people to see that he's an absolute animal when it comes to fucking he doesn't even get the respect in Jacksonville. Like even in stores and shit, you don't see his jersey. Like, I don't get it. Like, I know Calais Campbell and all that, but these two guys are the first two people to have double-digit sacks for the Jaguars since I think Bobby McCray did it back in 2007. So just that alone should get you recognition, because we haven't had elite defensive. Because this is the first time we've really had elite defensive ends. Like, what we have, we've never had on this team before. So, how this guy does not get the recognition and respect is just, I will never fucking figure it out. I know it's the fucking Jaguars, but Jesus Christ, the guy deserves way more than what he's getting right now. One thing I did see at the game that was really cool, I saw another guy from Maryland down there. He had Yannick Ngakoue's college jersey, which looked really badass. I want it now. That might be the next one. It's because they can't say his name. You know, I'm not gonna say weird or fucked up, but I know he's got a unique name. But you know, Yannick Ngakoue, I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, I don't know how people fuck his name up. Like, some drunk guy was asking me the other day, how do you say the player on your name's jersey? Like, you're a fan of the fucking Jaguars, you don't even know how to say his name? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Yannick Ngakoue. It rolls off the tongue, and the shit should be a household name by now, but of course he gets disrespected and shit on. But you know what? I honestly, though, from reading what he writes on Twitter, I think he likes that. I think he likes being overlooked, because I could tell he really loves to prove people wrong. It's all motivation for him. He handles himself the right way. He better than most defense. He's better than probably 90 to 95% of the D linemen in the NFL. he could, like, you know, he could end up being the, he could end up leading the league in sacks. Yes, that 2016 class was arguably one of the best drafts we've ever had. I mean, because to land Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, and Yannick Ngakoue in the first 3 rounds. Shit. All of whom should be going to the Pro Bowl. Like, I'd say that's a pretty fucking great haul. Like that arguably is. I would say it is the best draft this franchise has ever had. And, you know, considering the 2014 draft, and then that what year was it that we got Fred Taylor and Donovan Darius in the first round? Like, both of them are up there. Oh, see, I see what it is. A car got completely fucked up, and now traffic's moving again. So that's what that holdup was, and now I'm kind of moving again. Oh, shit. Yay. Now I can actually put cruise control on, which is always a good thing. We had MJD, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell in their prime. Yeah, MJD with Leonard Fournette would be a lethal backfield, and then, you know, having Jimmy Smith and Keenan McCardell in their prime. Shit, that'd be a sick ass team, man. I would love to see that. Also, I would take either Byron Leftwich or not Byron Leftwich. I would say either David Garrard or Mark Brunell in their prime right now. That would be good. To have one of them back with, or even like for real, even to have David Garrard back with this team would be fucking incredible. Because you know that 2007 year, David Garrard had he had a tendency to make those receivers that really weren't shit look really good. Like, anybody that can make Reggie Williams, Matt Jones, and well, Ernest Wilford was pretty good, but anybody that can make those guys look like something. What if Bortles gets injured? We're fucked. As sad as that is to say, because like, as badly as Bortles is, he still has elements that a lot of quarterbacks don't have, especially with his legs and his ability to get out of trouble and make plays. Like, Chad Henne's just a fucking statue that can't throw worth the fuck. Like, I think we would be forced to sign Colin Kaepernick, because, you know, our defense can only take us so far. Like, we wouldn't be doing this shit right now with Chad Henne. Sorry to say, but we wouldn't. Chad Henne is fucking garbage. He has been his entire career, and it's not going to change. Like, why we even keep this guy around, I don't get it. But, yeah, I guess they like him. I don't know. I said we should have got some competition for Bortles in this past year's draft. Chad Henne versus Charlie Batch. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna go with Charlie Batch, dude. Like, Charlie Batch at least had some experience. Like, at least had some halfway decent years starting. But, like, I mean, that guy was around until he was fucking 50. But, I'm gonna take Charlie Batch in that one, bro. Alright, I'll probably keep this up for at least 5 more minutes, and if it gets dull, I'm just gonna fucking end it. But, well, what else we got? Like, that was a good question. Charlie Batch or fucking Chad Henne? What else we got? You know what would be interesting, though? Maybe if we had Doug Flutie playing quarterback for us. That would be fucking interesting to watch. Like, Doug Flutie, like, in the years that he was with, like, from the years that he was with the Bills. Come on, I got 5 minutes and 2 fucking people watching this. Come on. Someone said the Browns are better. Get the fuck out of here, dude. We proved that the Browns ain't better than us. The Browns aren't going to win a fucking game this year. Are you sure it was that Crazy Dog that said that? I wouldn't sign Kaepernick. Well, you know, Kaepernick and his off the field stuff, like, really, it's not that serious. It's no worse than what a lot of other people have done. Like my thing is, if it helps your football team win, I'm all for it. Like, if God forbid if Blake Bortles gets hurt and we're kind of screwed at quarterback, I'd say go fucking sign him. Like, if it is going to help this team win, I'm all for it. And no matter what, Colin Kaepernick would be an upgrade from Chad Henne. So that's a move you got to make. It would be a media circus for sure. But hey, if it takes us deep into the playoffs and possibly gets us a ring, you know, you can't really argue with it because, like, you know, glory over everything, bro. Lamar Jackson, and he'll be there. I don't think Lamar Jackson's making it to the third round, bro. He might make it to the second. Like, I think there's so much talent at quarterback in this draft that a couple of guys that should be first-round picks are going to fall into the second round. You know, of course, you got Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold, who I think are both overrated. And then, you know, you got Baker Mayfield, Mason Rudolph, and Lamar Jackson. I think it's very possible 1, 2, maybe even 3 of them are going to fall out of the first round. So, if we play it right, we might be able to get our number 1 receiver and then draft you know, whoever falls in the second round. So, and one thing that's been good about, you know, since Dave Caldwell's been the general manager, and now since we have Tom Coughlin, they're really good about getting what we need. Like, we needed a running back, we got that last year. We needed O-line help, we got it with Cam Robinson. And, you know, they've been very good about getting what we need. Like, we needed a corner, we needed defensive ends. That year before that, when we got Ramsey, Jack, and Ngakoue, they're very good about finding the talent that we need. So, yeah, I think next year I think that's the direction we're going next year. At least I'm hoping. I mean, I don't really know what other positions to upgrade right now. Because, you know, defense, we're fucking elite easily. And then, you know, the Jags can make a push. Hell yeah, we can, man. I keep saying, dude, we have the talent to fucking beat anybody. It's just a matter of what team shows up. Like, we can beat the Patriots and the Eagles and the Vikings and the Saints and the Rams if the right team shows up. But that's the key. But like I said, we're gonna find out a lot about us with the Seattle game coming up. Yeah, we have beat the refs too. Every time they fuck us, we make up for it somehow. Like, my favorite was that sack that, you know, they rolled in an incomplete pass, and then even though Dante Fowler had a clear path to a touchdown, but then they reversed it and gave us the ball. I love that the very next drive, Yannick Ngakoue pretty much said, fuck you, we're getting a sack, forced fumble for a touchdown anyway, and then, you know, got that strip sack, and Telvin Smith fell on it for a touchdown. So, yeah, we're overcoming the other team, and we're overcoming the fucking refs. So, it's really cool. It's really cool to see that they don't let that shit get to them. Alright, well, this shit's going pretty much dry. I'm not in traffic anymore, so I'm going to end this because I'm probably going to end up getting some gas and using the bathroom here in a minute. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your questions and comments. And I will see y'all when I do my hate week for the Seattle Seahawks. But it's been real. Until then, it's your boy jacking off, and go Jags.